knows. So thanks for joining us, everyone, today. I'm excited to talk to you about weather today because at least here in Lincoln, Nebraska, where we are, it is pouring rain. So we have some cool, interesting weather today. I don't know if you guys have any cool weather happening. I don't see many windows. It looks like some places the sun is out. Or do you guys have, Amanda said she has snow. She can still see snow on the ground. Do you guys have snow or do you have rain or is it sunny where you are? Might be lots of different things. So if you can take 20 seconds, look outside a window and tell me or just kind of talk about what the weather is like. So what is weather before we get it started? What is weather? That is what is happening right now. So when you look out your window, is it sunny? Is it snowing? Is it raining? Is it windy? Is it hot or cold? Those are all things that compound the weather. So weather is what's happening right now, and it changes a lot, doesn't it? Sometimes it could snow and be windy and rainy all in one day. So that's kind of one cool thing about Nebraska. All right, some people say it's cloudy and rainy and Kearney, it's raining in Omaha and Wahoo. Amanda said the sun's shining out west. So if any of you are out in western Nebraska or closer to western Nebraska, it might be sunny. I don't know. All right, so my name's Monica, and today we're going to be reading all about weather. We're going to be talking about weather today, and then I'm going to take you on a field trip around the world. We're going to go around the world today and look at some other weather happening in other parts of the world. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to read Weather by Jill McDonald. So it's kind of a short book, but we're going to talk about what kind of clothes you wear when you go outside, or what do you do outside in different types of weather. All right, so I already asked you guys this, but go ahead and look out your window. What is the weather like today? Is it windy? Is it sunny? Is it cold? Is it rainy or snowing? All right. So if it is hot and sunny outside, your window might look like this. There might be sun shining, and there's probably not a lot of leaves yet because it's still just starting to get springtime. But you might see some flowers when it's really hot outside, and your pets might like to be outside too. And you might even have a garden. Does anyone plant gardens? Raise your hand if you plant gardens. Yeah. We like tomatoes and peppers and lots of things like cabbage and onions. So we have lots of things in our garden when it's really hot outside. All right, so when it's hot outside, you might wear your sun hat and a t-shirt and sandals and shorts. Now you are ready to enjoy the sun. Does anyone wear a really heavy coat outside when it's hot? Raise your hand if you wear your winter coat outside in the summer. No, probably not, right? Because it's too hot. You would get too hot. All right. What about if it's windy outside? Can you hear the wind? You probably can hear it, but can you see it? You probably can't see it, but you might see things blowing away. It was really windy the other day, and my hair was going everywhere. But you might see leaves blowing, or sometimes birds have a hard time flying because it's so windy outside. So when it's windy, you should probably put on a jacket, maybe some earmuffs, and maybe some warm pants. And one of my favorite things to do when it's windy is to go fly a kite or even blow bubbles. It is the perfect time to do all those things when it's really windy outside. All right. What about sometimes when it's really crisp and cool in the morning? You might see some frost on the ground, or you might see some water on the ground or on the leaves or on the grass. You should probably have a sweater and maybe some long pants or jeans, some warm socks, and maybe even your pets would like to wear a sweater too. All right, what about those that have snow right now? Is snow falling? How many of you guys like the snow? Raise your hand. You like the snow. You like to go make snowmen, and you like to make snow angels and make snowballs and snow forts. I love to make snow forts. All right, so there's snowmen, and you're going to have really crunchy snow. And when you walk, you can hear the crunch, and you make all these different trails and tracks. All right, so when you are really cold outside, you should put on a hat, a coat, a scarf, maybe some mittens, and make sure that you are nice and cozy because it gets really cold outside. All right, so like here today, is it raining? There's lots of puddles. How many of you guys like to jump in puddles? Raise your hand. I love puddles too. So there's going to be lots of puddles, and a lot of animals might be in the puddles. And you know what comes out when it's rainy? Worms. How many of you guys have seen worms? Yeah, they come up when it's really, really wet, and you might see them on the sidewalk or on your driveway. So in a rainstorm, you're going to wear a raincoat. You might have an umbrella and boots. You are ready to splash in the puddles. All right, and then after a rainstorm, what usually happens? A rainbow. Who's ever seen a rainbow before? Raise your hand. Yeah. Does anyone know how many colors are in a rainbow? There's 7. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. 7 colors. All right. So that was our book today. So I'm going to show you here really quick some cool different types of weather, and then we're going to take a field trip around the world to see some other kinds of weather. All right. So what about this? So today, in my place at least, this is what it looks like. So it's really, really wet and rainy, and sometimes you might want an umbrella. Does anyone know what rain is? How do we get rain? Does anyone know? Maybe we can unmute people or let them unmute themselves, and then maybe we can talk about what rain is. So rain is just water that falls from clouds in the sky. And did you guys know that one drop of rain can spend 9 days in a cloud before it comes back to Earth? That's a lot. So all those little raindrops that you guys see, they are up in a cloud, and then the cloud will just drop that rain. What about this? Does anyone know what this stuff is? Anyone know? Lightning. Yeah, those are lightning. What usually happens when you see lightning? Usually a thunderstorm, right? You hear thunder and you might see lightning. That's called a thunderstorm. So does anyone know why we get thunderstorms? It's usually when cold air and warm air come together and they kind of fight each other. And so we have lightning and thunder. Sometimes we get rain, sometimes we get wind. So that's all different types of weather. What about this? Who's ever seen one of these again? Raise your hand if you've seen one of these. Yeah, sometimes you might see a double rainbow or a triple rainbow. So yeah, we have 7 colors, and rainbow is just when light will shine through those raindrops. So all those raindrops are in the clouds like we talked about, and when the sun hits it, we see this really cool rainbow. All right, what's happening here? What do you guys see in this picture? It kind of looks like a nice day, doesn't it? There's some clouds, but the sun is shining. There's no lightning or thunder or rain or snow. It just kind of looks like a really nice day outside, doesn't it? Oh, what's happening here? We don't get these in Nebraska. Hopefully we never get these in Nebraska. Hurricanes, but it's really windy. How many of you guys have ever been outside and it's so windy it's hard to walk? The wind is just pushing you and blowing your hair everywhere. Yeah. All right, what about this? Amanda just saw this last week. Lots of snow. So when rain, remember we talked about rain being up in those clouds? So when that rain freezes, that's when we get snow. Has anyone ever seen a snowflake or looked really closely at a snowflake before? So they're all different, aren't they? But every single snowflake will have 6 sides. Every single snowflake, even though they look different, they will all have 6 sides on them. All right, what about this? We might get this summer. This is hot, isn't it? It's very hot weather. What should you do when you're really hot outside? What are some things that you can do when it's hot? How many of you guys like to go to the pool or the beach or use the sprinkler? Yeah, that's my favorite thing too. So when it's really hot outside, you want to get cool and maybe stay inside in the air conditioning, but it's really fun to play out in the pool or in the sprinkler. All right, ooh, what about this one? Tornado, right? Yeah, do we get these in Nebraska? We do get tornadoes in Nebraska, yeah. So these can be very dangerous, but they are very cool to look at, aren't they? So it's just a bunch of air and clouds mixed together and they just kind of swirl really, really fast. All right. So that was all oh, no, we have a couple more. What are these? Clouds, yeah. Did you guys know there's different types of clouds? So there's these really, really chunky, heavy clouds. And a lot of people think that clouds are kind of light, but they're very heavy. Sometimes clouds can weigh over 1,000,000 pounds. That would be like 100 elephants. So clouds can be kind of heavy, but there are different shapes of clouds too. How many of you guys have seen these little like wispy clouds, like down here on the bottom? Those are really pretty. Or the clouds that are kind of look like fog. They're very light and they're low to the ground. How many of you like to look at shapes in clouds? You lay there and you look at shapes in the clouds? Yeah, might see a bunny or you might see a person or a dog. There's lots of things that you can see in clouds. All right, so that was all that I have for that, but now we're gonna go on a little field trip. So I'm gonna take you around the world and I'm gonna see if you guys can look at some different types of weather. And if you would like to unmute yourself now, you totally can. I'm gonna share. All right, we're gonna head on a field trip around the world here. Let's see what we can find. All right, so right now, if all of you look at your screen, we are in Florida. We went to Florida just like that. What kind of weather are they having in Florida right now?
Great weather. Great weather.
Yeah,
totally.
Look at all the leaves. Is it kind of windy? I see some trees moving. Maybe it's some breeze. All right, where are we now? We're in Edinburgh. What kind of weather is here? What do you guys see?
Wind.
Wind? What's up in the sky?
It's a nice day out there.
It's a nice day, you're right. There's some clouds, there's wind, but I also see sun. The sun is shining.
It's very windy.
All right, we're in the Czech Republic right now. Oh my gosh, what do you see here?
Oh, I wish it was like that here.
You want snow?
What do you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see some snow.
Yeah, that's totally. You know the groundhog video I wanted, son.
All right, where are we now? Well, we're in Canada. Oh my gosh, look, what's happening in Canada right now?
Whoa, that's a lot of snow.
That's a lot of snow, you're right. Oh, look, that person looks like they're ice skating.
What about that wax stuff on it?
Yeah, there's a lot of snow.
It's going to blow up the whole entire world.
All right. What about in Hong Kong? What do we see here?
Lots of clouds.
Lots of clouds. It almost looks
It kind of looks cloudy and foggy.
Yeah, it kind of looks foggy. You're right. All right. Oh, what's happening here in Seattle, Washington?
Wow, that's really windy.
It's really windy. What do you guys see on the window? You see some raindrops on the window? Yeah, so maybe it's raining or it has rained.
I see they had the window kind of open.
Ooh, Argentina. What do we see here?
Ooh. Oh, I wish it was like that here.
I wish it was like that here too. Very sunny. It looks warm and tropical, doesn't it? All right. What about in Russia? We are fast travelers, let me tell you.
Huh.
It looks pretty calm here.
Yeah.
Pretty calm. We'll do a couple more here and see what the weather's like. Oh, this cat looks like they're having fun watching the snow, don't they?
I guess a cat like snow.
So in Germany right now, it is snowing.
And there's a cat.
And the cat likes the snow. Yeah. All right, here's
oh, it's nice and sunny there.
Nice and sunny.
Sunny, like a hot dog.
That's what I usually think of when I think of California, though, right? It's sunny, and pretty, and tropical. All right, how about we do just a couple more here? Oh, there's another cat. Lots of cats.
Oh, that cat looks so cute, but it looks like it's snowing.
It does. I see the trees moving a lot too, so the weather looks windy
and snowy.
All right, we'll do one more here. Oh, that looks nice. That is in Vancouver, Washington right now. That also looks like
that looks great. Yeah, it's always still.
Little windy maybe. I see the windmill thingy turning, so. All right.
Maybe like little short sleeve would do.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. But if any of you would like to check that out on your own, it's called Window Swap. So you can just go to that website and you can click through and visit the world and see what people are seeing in their point of the world. So if you guys ever want to check that out, it's called Window Swap. So it's very, very neat. All right, so that is all that I have today, but next time that you guys go outside or look out your window, make sure you notice the different types of changes in your weather, right? Because it could be sunny one day and it could be rainy next.
We have turtle right now.
Yeah, is the turtle moving?
Yeah.
He is. I bet he's hungry. I should probably feed him, so. All right, well, next week, Amanda is going to talk to you. And she's going to read a really cool book too. I don't know what she's doing, but you guys will have to just tune in next week to make sure that you don't miss it. So thank you everyone for joining us. And I hope that we see you next week. Well, thanks everyone.
Thank you.